Beloved soul, precious child of the universe, I come to you today with an urgent message that the celestial realm has been desperate to deliver to you. The angelic forces have been gathering, their wings creating ripples across the etheric plane, all to ensure that this divine revelation reaches your heart at exactly this perfect moment in time. This is not a coincidence. You finding this message today. The angels have guided your fingers, illuminated your path, whispered in your ear, all to bring you here. Now, my dearest one, the heavens have revealed something of great significance that concerns your deepest heart's desire, your divine counterpart, your eternal flame, your soulmate. The angels speak with gentle urgency about a shift, a cosmic realignment that has recently occurred. Your soulmate has chosen a new path, a different direction than what was initially set forth in your shared soul contract. Can you feel it? That subtle shift in the energy around you, that inexplicable feeling that something has changed in the very fabric of your connection. Perhaps you've been sensing it in your dreams, noticing new number sequences appearing before your eyes, or experiencing sudden waves of emotion that seem to come from nowhere. These are not random occurrences, precious one. They are the universe's way of preparing you for this revelation. Your soulmate's energy has shifted, redirected, chosen a new current in the vast ocean of possibilities that is your shared destiny. Take a deep breath now. Close your eyes for a moment and place your hand over your heart. Can you feel that gentle pulse? That rhythm that has been beating since before time began? That is the eternal connection you share with your divine counterpart. No matter what paths are chosen, that sacred bond remains unbroken, unshakable, eternal. The angels want you to know that this change, this new direction your soulmate has chosen, will profoundly impact your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. But dear one, do not let fear take root in your heart. This message comes not as a warning of loss, but as a herald of transformation. The celestial beings surround you now, their light enveloping you in a cocoon of divine protection. As you receive this truth, your soulmate's new path is not a deviation from your ultimate union, but rather a necessary journey they must undertake to become who they are meant to be for you. The angels show me that this shift happened within the last lunar cycle, when the veil between worlds was particularly thin. It was then that your beloved made a soul-level decision that sent ripples across the cosmos, altering the timeline of your eventual reunion. Some of you may have felt this change intensely, perhaps as a sudden emptiness, an unexpected longing, or even a mysterious sense of relief. Others may have experienced physical symptoms, disrupted sleep, heart palpitations, or a feeling of electricity running through your body. These are all signs that you are energetically attuned to your soulmate's journey. The angels are showing me golden threads of light extending from your heart center, reaching across time and space, connecting to your beloved even now. These threads have not been severed by this change in direction. They have simply rearranged themselves, creating new patterns of connection, new possibilities for your shared destiny. Beloved soul, the message I must deliver is this. Your soulmate's new path is divinely orchestrated, and though it may bring temporary feelings of distance or even pain, it is actually accelerating your eventual union in ways that will leave you breathless with wonder when all is revealed. Precious divine being, now I must share with you the first sacred revelation the angels have entrusted me to deliver. Lean in closely, for what I am about to tell you holds the key to understanding this mysterious shift in your connection. Your soulmate has chosen this new path because they were shown a vision, a glimpse of what your union could truly become if they were willing to walk through the fire of transformation. The angels reveal that in a moment of deep meditation, prayer, or perhaps even in an ordinary moment made extraordinary by divine intervention, your beloved was given a sacred truth. The version of themselves they were becoming was not yet aligned with the highest potential of your eventual union. Can you feel the compassion in this choice? The courage it took for them to listen to this higher calling? In the spiritual realm, this decision is being celebrated, honored as an act of the purest love, for you, for themselves, for the divine plan you both agreed to before incarnating into these earthly vessels. The angels are showing me that this new direction involves a period of necessary solitude for your soulmate. They are entering a cocoon of sorts, a sacred space where deep inner work must be done. For some of you, this might manifest as physical distance. Perhaps they've moved away, traveled somewhere new, or simply become less available in your daily life. For others, the distance might be emotional, a pulling away, a quietness, a new boundary that feels unfamiliar and perhaps even painful. But beloved soul, here is the diamond truth hidden within this experience. This distance is not rejection. It is preparation. Your soulmate is being called to shed old layers, to release patterns and beliefs that would have eventually created barriers between you. They are being guided to develop aspects of themselves that will ultimately make your connection stronger, more resilient, more aligned with divine truth. I see clearly now what the angels are revealing. Your soulmate has been carrying wounds from this lifetime and others, ancestral patterns that have been passed down through generations, limiting beliefs about love and worthiness that would have eventually created cracks in the foundation of your union. This new path they've chosen is one of healing, of reclamation, of becoming whole. For some of you, your soulmate's journey involves a career change or relocation that seem to come out of nowhere. For others, they may be exploring spiritual practices or healing modalities that you don't fully understand. Some of you might even find that your soulmate has entered a different relationship, a necessary catalyst for their growth and awakening. Whatever form this new direction has taken, know this: it is temporary, it is purposeful, it is divinely guided. The angels want you to understand that your soulmate made this choice from their higher self, from the part of them that remembers your soul contract and is committed to honoring it in its highest form. This was not a decision made from fear or avoidance, but from the deepest wisdom of their soul. I am being shown a vision of two parallel paths that seem to diverge, creating distance between them. But as I follow these paths with my spiritual sight, I see that they begin to curve back toward each other, eventually intersecting at a point of light so bright it almost blinds me. This, beloved one, is the moment of your reunion, made possible only by the journey your soulmate is now undertaking. The divine timing of this revelation is no accident. You are receiving this message now because you too are being called to a parallel journey of transformation. As your soulmate walks their path of becoming, you are invited to walk yours. This separation is not meant to be endured passively, but embraced as a sacred opportunity for your own evolution. And before we continue with this very special message, I invite you to support this space of connection. Become a member of the channel, and if you feel this message is touching your heart, don't forget to click on thanks below the video. This helps us continue bringing messages full of love and hope like this one. Now, let's move on to what matters most. Beloved child of the universe, now comes the most beautiful paradox in this celestial message, a truth that may seem contradictory to your human mind, but resonates with perfect harmony in the language of souls. This apparent separation, this new direction your soulmate has chosen, is actually intensifying your spiritual connection in ways that transcend physical proximity and conventional understanding. The angels are revealing to me that as your beloved walks this new path, the energetic cord that connects your hearts is actually strengthening, purifying, becoming more resilient. Like a muscle that grows stronger through resistance, your soul bond is developing a sacred fortitude that could only come through this temporary experience of separation. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe deeply into your heart center. Can you sense it? That subtle yet unmistakable feeling of your soulmate's essence. It may come as a warmth spreading across your chest, a gentle tingling at the crown of your head, or perhaps even the distinct feeling of being embraced by invisible arms. This is not your imagination, precious one. This is your soul recognizing that despite the physical or emotional distance, your connection operates beyond the limitations of time and space. The angels are showing me that during this period of apparent separation, your dreams are becoming a sacred meeting ground. Pay close attention to your dream state in the coming weeks. You may find yourself in landscapes you've never seen before, having conversations that feel profoundly real, experiencing emotions that linger long after you've awakened. These are not ordinary dreams. They are soul visitations, ethereal reunions where your higher selves commune without the limitations of your human circumstances. For some of you, this intensification of connection will manifest as synchronicities that take your breath away, seeing their name everywhere, hearing songs that remind you of them, encountering strangers who somehow mirror their energy. The universe is conspiring to remind you that your bond transcends physical separation, that your souls remain in constant communion, even as your human selves walk separate paths. I'm being shown the most remarkable vision now, a sacred alchemy taking place in the spiritual realm. As your soulmate undergoes their transformation, particles of their highest self are actually merging with your energy field, and parts of your essence are integrating with theirs. This divine exchange is happening at a quantum level, beyond what human eyes can perceive. But your soul knows. Your heart recognizes this mystical union taking place despite the apparent distance. Beloved one, this is why you may be experiencing such intense emotions during this time. Moments of inexplicable joy followed by waves of sadness, sudden insights about your connection, or even physical sensations that seem to come from nowhere. Your body is the instrument through which this spiritual intensification is being expressed. Honor these experiences. They are confirmation that the connection is not only intact, but evolving into something far more powerful than before. The angels want you to know that this intensification of your soul connection serves a divine purpose. When reunion occurs, and it will occur precisely when the time is right, you will come together with a depth of understanding and a purity of love that would not have been possible without this period of separate growth. For those of you experiencing this as a particularly painful time, the celestial beings wrap their wings around you now, infusing your heart with divine comfort. They want you to know that your tears are sacred, your longing is holy, your patience is a prayer being answered in ways you cannot yet see. This suffering is not in vain. It is the fire transforming your connection from ordinary love to extraordinary union. I'm being guided to tell you that during this time, your soulmate is thinking of you far more than you realize. In quiet moments, their soul reaches for yours. In dreams, they seek your presence. In meditation, they send you love. The new path they've chosen has not diminished their connection to you. It has removed the distractions and illusions that prevented them from loving you with their whole healed self. Some of you may be receiving telepathic messages from your beloved, sudden thoughts that don't feel like your own, words of comfort or reassurance that seem to come from elsewhere. Trust these communications. Your hearts have established a direct line of communion that operates independently of physical contact. The angels are also revealing that this period of intensified spiritual connection is preparing both of you for a reunion that will be unlike anything you've experienced before. The love you will share will not be dependent on external circumstances or physical presence. It will be anchored in a spiritual truth that nothing in the material world can shake. Beloved soul, as we conclude this first part of our sacred revelation, I invite you to hold this truth in your heart. What appears to be a painful separation is actually the universe's way of bringing you into true union. First with yourself, then with your divine counterpart. Trust this process. Honor this journey. The path may have changed, but the destination remains the same. A love that transcends all limitations, all expectations, all human concepts of connection. With infinite love and blessings from the angelic realm, I leave you to integrate these revelations, knowing that more divine truths await in our continued journey together. Beloved blessed soul, as the angelic realm continues to unveil these sacred truths, I am now guided to share with you a deeper revelation, one that may challenge your understanding, but will ultimately bring profound peace to your heart. The celestial beings surround us now, their presence creating a sacred container for this divine wisdom to be received. What I must reveal to you now is this. The apparent separation caused by your soulmate's new path contains within it hidden blessings of such magnitude that your human mind cannot yet fully comprehend them. The angels are showing me golden keys floating in the etheric space between you and your beloved, keys that unlock doorways to possibilities that would have remained forever closed had your connection continued along its previous trajectory. Precious one, this temporary distance is creating a sacred vacuum, an energetic space that is drawing powerful blessings into both your lives. In spiritual truth, what appears as absence is actually making room for divine abundance to enter. The universe abhors a vacuum, and the space created by your soulmate's new direction is being filled with gifts that will serve your highest evolution, both individually and as divine counterparts. I am being shown that for many of you, your soulmate's shift in direction has created an opening for you to rediscover parts of yourself that had become diminished in the dynamics of your connection. Perhaps you had unconsciously begun to orbit around their presence, their needs, their energy, forgetting the magnificent star that you yourself are meant to be. This time apart is allowing your light to reclaim its full radiance, your soul to remember its sovereign power. The angels reveal that some of these hidden blessings have already begun manifesting in your life, though you may not have recognized them as such. Have you noticed new opportunities appearing? Creative inspirations flowing more freely? Unexpected connections with people who seem to understand you deeply? These are not random occurrences, but divine compensations, treasures being placed along your path as you navigate this challenging time. For your soulmate, this new direction is unveiling truths about themselves they could never have discovered in your presence. There are shadows they needed to face alone, strengths they needed to discover without support, and wisdom they needed to embody through solitary experience. The angels show me that your beloved is developing qualities that will ultimately make them a more complete partner for you, more self-aware, more emotionally mature, more spiritually aligned. Beloved soul, I must share with you a truth that few spiritual teachers have the courage to reveal. Sometimes twin flames and soulmates must undergo periods of separation, precisely because their connection is so powerful. The intensity of your bond creates a magnetic field so strong that it can actually prevent certain types of individual growth from occurring. This temporary separation is not a sign of failure, but a testament to the extraordinary nature of your connection. The celestial beings are showing me that during this time, both you and your soulmate are developing a sacred quality that will transform your eventual reunion, the capacity to love without attachment, to connect without dependency, to unite without losing your individual essence. This is the alchemical gold being forged in the fire of your temporary separation. For some of you, this period apart is creating space for karmic completions that needed to occur before your union could reach its highest potential. Old soul contracts being fulfilled, debts being balanced, lessons being integrated, all so that when you come together again, you do so with cleaner spiritual slates and lighter energetic bodies. The angels want you to know that this separation is also activating dormant spiritual gifts within you, abilities that may have remained latent had your path with your soulmate continued as before. Some of you are discovering newfound intuitive abilities, healing capacities, or creative expressions that are part of your soul's purpose. These gifts are not separate from your soulmate connection, but integral to the higher mission you share. Trust, beloved one, that every tear you shed, every moment of longing, every prayer for reunion is being recorded in the Akashic records as an act of faith. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is overlooked. The apparent void created by your soulmate's new direction is actually a sacred womb space, gestating a connection far more magnificent than what existed before. Precious child of the divine, the angels acknowledge that receiving these revelations about your soulmate's new path does not instantly dissolve the human challenges you face during this time. With infinite compassion, they now guide me to address the spiritual tests this change presents, not to discourage you, but to honor your experience and illuminate the path of overcoming. The first challenge many of you are facing is the test of faith. Can you believe in what you cannot see? Can you trust in a connection that seems to be moving away from rather than toward you? The physical evidence before your eyes may suggest loss, ending, or rejection, while the spiritual truth remains hidden like stars during daylight, present but veiled from immediate perception. This test of faith is not meant to torment you, but to strengthen your spiritual vision. The angels show me that many of you have been overly reliant on external validation and physical proof of your connection. This period is training you to sense with your soul rather than perceive only with your human faculties. When you feel most doubtful, place your hand on your heart and whisper, "I choose to trust what my soul knows, rather than what my eyes see." Another profound challenge is the pain of perceived abandonment. For some of you, your soulmate's new direction has triggered ancient wounds, times in this life or others when you were left, forgotten, or betrayed. The angels cradle these wounded parts of you with tender care, whispering that this experience is actually an opportunity for deep healing. These old wounds were always there beneath the surface of your connection, waiting for the chance to be fully released. I am being shown that many of you are also facing the test of patience, perhaps the most difficult spiritual challenge of all, in a world that values immediacy and instant gratification. Divine timing rarely aligns with human timing, and the celestial clock that governs your reunion operates according to soul readiness rather than human desire. Each day of waiting is developing within you the spiritual muscle of divine patience, a quality that will serve your highest evolution in all areas of life. The angels reveal another test that many of you are experiencing, the challenge of maintaining your own energetic integrity while still feeling deeply connected to your soulmate. Some of you may be unconsciously sending your energy to them, trying to energetically pull them back, or even attempting to psychically influence their choices. This is a critical moment for developing spiritual boundaries and respecting the sacred free will that is each soul's divine right. Beloved one, the celestial beings want you to know that overcoming these challenges does not mean denying your human emotions. Your tears are holy, your longing is sacred, your moments of frustration or anger are understandable. Spiritual maturity is not the absence of human feeling, but the ability to hold both your earthly experience and your higher knowledge in the same heart. For those of you struggling with obsessive thoughts about your soulmate's new path, the angels offer this practice. When those thoughts arise, imagine gathering them like scattered papers and placing them in a golden bowl at the feet of the divine. Then consciously choose to focus on your own path, your own growth, your own present moment. This is not abandoning the connection, but honoring it by respecting its current form. The challenge of comparison may also be arising, looking at others in union and wondering why your path must be so different. The angels show me that each soul connection has its unique divine blueprint. The particular configuration of your energies with your soulmate requires this specific journey of separation and return. Comparing your path to others only creates unnecessary suffering and obscures the singular beauty of your own sacred story. I am being guided to tell you that one of the most powerful ways to overcome these challenges is through radical surrender. This does not mean giving up on your connection, but rather releasing your grip on how it should look, when reunion should occur, and what form it should take. True surrender is not defeat, but a profound act of spiritual trust, placing the timing and manner of your reunion in divine hands, while continuing to nurture your own growth. The angels are showing me that for many of you, this period of challenge is actually activating your light body, the energetic template of your highest self. Each test you move through with consciousness burns away another layer of density, allowing more of your true spiritual essence to embody in your physical form. By the time reunion occurs, you will be vibrating at a significantly higher frequency, one that can sustain the full power of a spiritually aligned partnership. Beloved soul, know that you are not walking through these challenges alone. Not only are the angels surrounding you with support, but there is a soul family, others experiencing similar journeys with their divine counterparts, who are energetically connected to you during this time. Some of you may be guided to find community with others walking this path, creating spaces of understanding and mutual support that ease the journey. The celestial beings want you to recognize that overcoming these challenges doesn't mean they simply disappear. It means they transform you. Each test presents a choice point. Will you contract in fear or expand in love? Will you retreat into old patterns or advance into new possibilities? Every time you choose expansion, choose love, choose growth, you are not only transforming yourself, but also magnetically pulling your eventual reunion closer. Beloved soul blessed by the universe, the time has come to share with you the divine confirmations that the angels are eager for you to receive. These sacred signs and synchronicities are being orchestrated by the celestial realm, specifically to reassure you that your soulmate's new path is indeed part of your divine journey together. Not a deviation from it, but an essential phase in its unfoldment. The angels want you to know that they understand your human need for tangible confirmation. Faith alone can sometimes feel too abstract, too ephemeral to sustain you through challenging times. That is why they are intentionally placing celestial breadcrumbs along your path, divine winks and nods to remind you that you are seen, that your connection is honored, that your eventual reunion is written in the stars. Pay close attention to number sequences appearing in your life, particularly 1111, 2222, and 555. The angels are using these numerical codes as direct messages about your soulmate connection. When you see 1111, know that your thoughts are particularly aligned with divine truth in that moment. When 22222 appears, it confirms that you and your soulmate are energetically balanced, despite the physical separation. The sequence 555 heralds the transformative changes taking place that are directly preparing you for reunion. Dreams are another sacred channel through which divine confirmation is being sent to you. The angels are showing me that many of you are experiencing unusually vivid dreams about your soulmate, dreams that leave you with a lingering feeling of connection upon waking. These are not mere subconscious imaginings, but actual soul visitations occurring in the dream state. Keep a journal by your bed and record these experiences, for they contain messages and revelations about your journey together. The celestial beings are also using the physical world to communicate with you through meaningful coincidences that defy logical explanation. Perhaps you randomly open a book to find a passage that speaks directly to your situation, or a stranger says something that echoes your private thoughts about your connection. Or you hear the same unusual song in 3 different places in one day. These are not random occurrences, but divinely orchestrated confirmations. For some of you, the confirmation is coming through physical sensations in your body, sudden warmth in your heart center, tingling at the crown of your head, or the distinct feeling of being touched when no one is there. Your physical body is the antenna through which your soul receives information, and these sensations are tangible evidence of your ongoing energetic connection with your beloved, regardless of their new direction. I am being shown a beautiful vision of the Akashic records, those ethereal scrolls containing the soul history of every being. The angels are revealing that during meditation, or deep states of relaxation, some of you are being granted momentary access to the pages that detail your soul contract with your divine counterpart. These glimpses come as sudden knowings, profound realizations, or a peace that passes understanding, confirmations from the highest source that your story together is far from over. Beloved one, the natural world is also participating in this divine communication. Notice the animals that appear in unusual ways or numbers. Pay attention to the particular quality of sunlight on a meaningful day. Observe the clouds that form symbolic shapes, just as you glance upward. All of creation is conspiring to remind you of the truth your heart already knows, that this separation is temporary, this challenge is purposeful, this love is eternal. The angels emphasize that one of the most powerful confirmations is happening within your own energy field. Many of you are experiencing unexpected moments of joy, peace, or certainty that seem disconnected from your external circumstances. These are not emotional anomalies, but direct transmissions from your higher self, confirmations that at a soul level, all is well with your connection despite the human appearance of separation. For those requiring more specific confirmation, the celestial beings suggest this sacred practice. In a quiet moment, place one hand on your heart and one hand extended outward, as if holding your soulmate's hand. Ask aloud or in your mind, "Show me a sign within the next 3 days that will help me trust this journey." Then release the request completely and remain alert to what unfolds. The sign will come in a form that is personally meaningful to you, unmistakable in its precision. The angels are showing me that some of you will receive confirmation through other people who know nothing of your situation. Words of wisdom from a child's innocent mouth. A seemingly random comment from a colleague that addresses your private prayers. A passage in a book or article that seems written exactly for your circumstances. These are not coincidences but divine orchestrations, the universe using all available channels to communicate its reassurance. I am being guided to tell you that your own intuitive knowing is perhaps the most powerful confirmation of all. In quiet moments when your mind is still, you can sense the truth of your connection beyond all doubt. This knowing doesn't shout, it whispers. It doesn't demand attention. It simply remains, steady as the North Star, a constant point of reference no matter how turbulent the journey becomes. For some of you, confirmation is coming through unexpected gifts or opportunities that are appearing in your life during this period of separation. New pathways opening, synchronistic meetings, resources arriving just when needed. These blessings are not random, but directly connected to the energy being freed up by your soulmate's new direction. They are tangible evidence that this apparent loss is actually creating space for new abundance. The celestial beings want you to know that your soulmate is receiving parallel confirmations on their new path, signs and synchronicities that reassure them that their journey away is actually a journey toward a higher expression of your connection. Though they may not consciously understand the full spiritual significance of these signs, their soul is receiving the messages, guiding them inevitably back toward divine timing reunion. Beloved precious soul, As we complete this middle portion of our sacred revelation, I invite you to open your heart fully to these divine confirmations. They are bread for your journey, light for your path, comfort for your heart. The universe never abandons those who love. Your connection has not been forgotten by the divine. In fact, it is being so tenderly held, so carefully guided, so lovingly protected, that every detail, even this temporary separation, serves its ultimate fulfillment. With boundless love and celestial blessings, I pause here to allow these revelations to integrate in your heart, knowing that the most powerful truths are yet to be unveiled in our final sacred communion. Beloved soul of light, we have now arrived at the threshold of the most profound revelation, the sacred truth that the angels have been gradually preparing your heart to receive. Draw near with an open spirit, for what I am about to share will illuminate the divine purpose behind your soulmate's new path and reveal the glorious reunion that awaits beyond this necessary separation. The celestial beings now show me a magnificent vision of divine timing, a cosmic clockwork of such precision and beauty that it brings tears to my eyes. At the center of this celestial timepiece is a date that glows with golden light. While I cannot reveal the exact moment of your reunion, for that knowledge belongs to the divine alone, I can share this sacred truth. The angels show me that your reunion with your soulmate is not measured in earthly time, but in soul readiness. This is the powerful revelation they have entrusted me to share with you. The exact moment of your coming together again has already been written in the stars, established since before your souls entered these physical vessels. This divine appointment cannot be missed, cannot be altered, cannot be delayed by human choices or circumstances. What appears as your soulmate's detour is actually the most direct path to this predestined reunion. I am being shown that for many of you, this reunion will occur when 3 specific spiritual conditions have been met. First, when you have fully embraced your sovereign divinity, no longer needing your soulmate to complete you, but choosing them as a complement to your wholeness. Second, when your beloved has completed their journey of necessary healing and reclamation of their authentic power. And third, when the collective energies of the planet have reached a frequency that can support the higher dimensional love you are destined to embody together. The angels reveal that for some of you, the timeline for reunion is much closer than you might imagine. I see spiritual markers along your path, signs that the preparatory phase is nearing completion. For others, there may be more distance to travel, more growth to embrace, more lessons to integrate. But regardless of where you fall on this spectrum, know this: every moment of separation is precisely calculated to prepare you for a union of such extraordinary quality that it could not exist without this period of individual becoming. Now, beloved one, I must share the most breathtaking aspect of this revelation: the manner in which reunion will occur. The celestial beings show me that for most of you, the coming together will happen in a way that defies your expectations and transcends your imagination. Many of you are holding mental pictures of how this reunion should look, the words that will be spoken, the circumstances that will surround it. The angels lovingly ask you to release these limited human visions, to make space for a divine orchestration far more beautiful than anything you could conceive. I am being shown that for many of you, the reunion will come in stages rather than a single dramatic moment. First, an energetic reconnection so powerful you will feel it like a physical touch. Then, often, a synchronistic encounter that appears coincidental, but is anything but. Finally, a conscious choosing of each other from a place of spiritual maturity and clear-eyed love, rather than need or fantasy. The angels are revealing that the version of your soulmate who returns to you will be almost unrecognizable from the one who chose a new path. The transformation they are undergoing is so profound, so complete, that they will return to you with new eyes, new understanding, new capacity for the kind of love your souls originally contracted to experience together. Some of you may not even recognize them at first, so complete will be their metamorphosis. For those who have been experiencing the pain of your soulmate choosing another relationship during this separation, the angels offer this specific comfort. These temporary connections are catalysts, not endpoints. They are serving a divine purpose in your beloved's evolution, teaching lessons and triggering healings that prepare them for the higher love you will share. What appears as betrayal from human perspective is revealed as necessary preparation from the celestial vantage point. The divine beings show me that when reunion occurs, there will be an unmistakable quality of rightness that transcends emotional excitement or physical attraction. You will experience a soul-level recognition, a coming home so profound that it settles into your bones with the weight of eternal truth. The questioning will end. The doubt will dissolve. The certainty will not be born of desperation, but of spiritual recognition. Precious one, this final revelation comes with a sacred promise from the angelic realm. The love you will share after this period of separation and growth will bear little resemblance to what existed before. It will be more honest, more resilient, more spiritually aligned. The challenges that would have fractured your previous connection will become opportunities for deeper intimacy in your renewed bond. The limitations that would have eventually led to disappointment will be transformed into expansive possibilities. Beloved child of the universe, now that you have received these profound revelations about your soulmate's journey and your eventual reunion, the angels wish to offer divine guidance for navigating this sacred time of preparation. This spiritual counsel comes not as abstract platitudes, but as practical wisdom to help you align with the highest potential of this transformative phase. The first and most essential guidance is to recognize that this time of apparent separation is actually a holy invitation to deepen your relationship with yourself. The angels show me that many of you have been so focused on the connection with your soulmate that you have neglected the primary spiritual partnership of this lifetime, the one between your human self and your divine essence. This is the sacred union that precedes and enables all others. I am being guided to share this specific practice. Each morning upon waking, place your hands on your heart and speak these words aloud. I am complete within myself. I am the beloved I have been seeking. This simple but powerful declaration begins to rewire neural pathways that may have been programmed for dependency rather than divine partnership. Your relationship with yourself is the template for all others. As it heals and strengthens, so too will your connection with your soulmate. The celestial beings emphasize the importance of energy management during this time. Your vibration is the magnetic force that will ultimately draw reunion into your experience. They offer this guidance. Be exquisitely selective about where you place your attention, what media you consume, which thoughts you entertain, and whose energy you allow into your field. Everything is either raising or lowering your frequency. There is no neutral exchange. For those struggling with obsessive thoughts about your soulmate's new path, the angels prescribe this spiritual medicine. When these thoughts arise, acknowledge them with compassion rather than resistance. Then consciously redirect your focus to something that brings you joy in the present moment. This is not spiritual bypassing, but energetic mastery, choosing where your precious life force flows rather than allowing it to drain away in speculation or worry. The divine guides show me that practicing radical gratitude will significantly accelerate your journey toward reunion. Each night before sleep, identify at least 3 specific blessings that this period of separation has brought into your life. Gifts that could not have come any other way. Perhaps newfound independence, deeper self-knowledge, or creative expression that might have remained dormant in your soulmate's constant presence. By sincerely giving thanks for these gifts, you transform the narrative from one of loss to one of sacred opportunity. I am being shown that many of you would benefit from a specific meditation practice during this time. The angels suggest creating a sacred space in your home, even just a small corner, where you can sit quietly each day. In this meditation, visualize your heart center expanding into a luminous sphere of pink and gold light. See this light extending outward, connecting with your soulmate's heart center across all time and space. This is not an attempt to influence their free will, but a conscious maintenance of your heart connection on the soul level, while respecting the necessary human distance. The celestial beings emphasize the importance of physical self-care during this transformative time. Your body is the vessel through which you will eventually experience reunion, and its wellness directly impacts your energetic field. Move your body daily in ways that bring joy. Nourish it with foods that increase rather than deplete your life force. Rest when weariness comes. The physical and the spiritual are not separate realms, but different expressions of the same divine energy. For those experiencing acute emotional pain during this separation, the angels offer this compassionate counsel. Allow the feelings to move through you without judgment or resistance. Emotions are energy in motion, and when given proper space to flow, they naturally transmute. Many of you have been taught to deny, suppress, or intellectualize your feelings, but the angels show me that fully feeling is actually the swiftest path through. Your tears are sacred waters cleansing the way for new joy to enter. The divine guides reveal that working with forgiveness, both for yourself and your soulmate, is essential spiritual preparation for reunion. This does not mean condoning hurtful actions or denying legitimate wounds. Rather, it means releasing the energetic charge these experiences hold in your field. Forgiveness is not primarily for the other, but for your own liberation from the past. The angels suggest writing letters of forgiveness that you then burn or bury, symbolically releasing these energies back to the elements for transformation. I am being guided to tell you that service to others is a powerful way to prepare for reunion. When you feel most caught in longing or absence, find ways to offer your gifts to those in need. This redirects your energy from contraction to expansion, from lack to abundance. The angels show me that acts of selfless giving actually accelerate timeline convergence with your soulmate, creating energetic momentum that draws your paths back together more quickly. The celestial beings emphasize the value of spiritual community during this time. Many of you feel isolated in your experience, believing no one could understand the unique nature of your connection and separation. The angels are actively guiding kindred spirits into your path, others who are walking similar journeys with their divine counterparts. Remain open to these connections, for they offer not only comfort but specific wisdom for your path. Finally, beloved soul, the angels offer this most essential guidance. Trust the unfolding. When doubt arises, and it will arise, return to the still point within where divine knowing resides. Your human mind cannot comprehend the vast perfection of this plan, cannot see the countless variables being orchestrated for your highest good. But your soul knows. Your heart remembers. This separation is not a detour, but the most direct route to the love your spirit has always known was possible. Precious divine being, we have journeyed together through these celestial revelations, unwrapping layer by layer the sacred truth about your soulmate's new path and its profound impact on your shared destiny. As our time together draws to completion, the angels gather close, their energy creating a luminous cocoon around you as they impart their final blessings and divine commission. This message was not delivered to you by chance or coincidence. You were divinely selected to receive these revelations because your soul has reached a critical juncture in its evolutionary journey. The celestial beings recognize in you a readiness to transcend the limitations of conventional love and step into the higher dimensional experience that awaits beyond this necessary separation. Beloved one, the angels now reveal that you are not merely experiencing a personal journey of love and reunion. Your connection with your soulmate is part of a larger cosmic awakening occurring on the planet at this time. As you navigate this sacred separation with consciousness and grace, you are helping to anchor new templates of divine partnership for collective humanity. Your private longing, your steadfast faith, your commitment to growth, all are contributing to an energetic shift far beyond your individual experience. I am being shown a vision of golden light emanating from your heart, joining with similar threads of light from others around the globe who are walking parallel paths with their divine counterparts. These golden threads are weaving together, creating a luminous grid that is helping to elevate the frequency of love available to all beings on Earth. Your journey is both intimately personal and cosmically significant, a paradox that reflects the mysterious nature of soul love itself. The time has come for you to make a sacred choice, a choice that will directly influence the timeline of your reunion. Will you commit to embracing this period of separation, not as punishment or mistake, but as the divinely orchestrated preparation for a love more extraordinary than you have yet imagined? Will you dedicate yourself to becoming the highest version of yourself, not to win back your beloved, but to honor the divine potential that lives within you? This is not a passive waiting game, but an active co-creation with the universe. The angels commission you now as a conscious participant in this sacred unfolding. They invite you to wake each morning with this prayer in your heart. Divine Source, show me how to use this day to prepare for the highest expression of love possible. Guide my thoughts, my choices, my actions to align with the soul contract I made with my beloved before time began. Precious soul, I must share with you that the angels show me a branching of timelines from this very moment. In one potential future, you allow despair, doubt, or bitterness to take root, extending the period of separation and diminishing the quality of eventual reunion. In another, you embrace this guidance with an open heart, accelerating the divine timing and elevating the sacred potential of your coming together. The choice, and it is always a choice, belongs to you alone. For those seeking tangible evidence of your progress on this journey, the angels offer these signs to watch for: increasing periods of unexplained peace or joy, diminishing attachment to specific outcomes, dreams of your soulmate that leave you feeling blessed rather than bereft, synchronicities that confirm your alignment with divine timing, a growing sense of gratitude for this very separation that once caused such pain. When these signs appear, celebrate them as milestones on your path to reunion. I am being guided to tell you that your soulmate is receiving parallel guidance on their new path, messages that may come in different forms, but carry the same essential truth, that their journey away is actually leading them home to a higher expression of your connection. Though they may not consciously understand the full spiritual significance of their choice, their soul is being divinely guided with the same precision and care as yours. The angels now extend this invitation. Will you join in a collective field of intention with others receiving this message around the world? Each night as you prepare for sleep, place your hand on your heart and visualize a blue-white flame of divine love burning steadily there. See this flame connecting with identical flames in the hearts of your soul family across the globe, creating a constellation of light visible from the celestial realms. This shared intention amplifies the energy of conscious reunion for all. Beloved soul, as our sacred communion nears completion, I must deliver one final truth that the angels have reserved until this moment. The love you are seeking, that perfect understanding, that complete acceptance, that unwavering presence, exists right now within you. It has never been separate from you. As you discover and embody this love for yourself, you magnetize its external reflection in the form of your transformed soulmate, returning on their new path. If you find yourself struggling in the days ahead, return to these words. Let them be a sanctuary for your heart, a compass for your journey, a reminder of what your soul already knows. You are not forgotten by the divine. Your love story has not been abandoned. On the contrary, it is being crafted with such exquisite care, such loving attention to detail, that every apparent setback is actually a setup for greater joy than you have yet imagined possible. Now, precious one, before we part, I invite you to take a moment to acknowledge the courage it takes to walk this path, to love so deeply, to trust so completely, to surrender so fully to divine timing. The celestial beings surround you now in a standing ovation, honoring your willingness to experience temporary pain in service to eternal love. Your journey is seen, your patience is blessed, your faith is sacred. If this message has touched your heart, please honor the divine circuit by sharing it with others who may be walking similar paths. Leave a comment below, sharing one insight that particularly resonated with your spirit. Subscribe to this channel to receive more angelic guidance for your journey. And if you feel called to deeper exploration of these truths, consider joining our Soul Family community by becoming a member, where additional sacred revelations await. Dear soul, if this video was meaningful to you, leave a thanks below this video as a gesture of gratitude for this revelation. This strengthens us to keep sharing messages of connection and faith. Remember, beloved child of the universe, that while your soulmate has chosen a new path, the destination remains unchanged. The love that has been divinely ordained between you cannot be denied its ultimate expression. Every step away is actually a step toward. Every goodbye contains within it the seed of a more glorious hello. Every ending creates space for a new beginning beyond your wildest dreams. Until we meet again in the field of infinite possibilities, I hold you in the light of divine truth and perfect love. Trust the journey, honor the process, anticipate the miracle. With infinite love and celestial blessings, your guardian angel.